What would changing the Senate rules actually accomplish? Chief Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel goes in depth on that issue tonight.
With major legislation moving slowly on Capitol Hill, some conservatives are calling for changing the Senate rules, what's known as the nuclear option on legislation. Some are suggesting the Senate filibuster is being abused.
We're struggling. You see the yeoman's work we're doing. So now it's time for the Senate to share in the tough work.
With all due respect to the other body, it seems like the current way the filibuster is being used is to protect members from having to take difficult votes.
There are two ways to do it. First, Majority Leader Mitch McConnell could make a point on the floor that he thinks a simple majority of 51 votes should overcome filibusters. The chair would rule against him because that is not the Senate way. McConnell would then need at least a simple majority to overrule the chair to change the requirement for all future legislation. That's what the Senate did to get Judge Neil Gorsuch confirmed to the Supreme Court when it changed the requirement for all votes on Supreme Court justices. The other option's even more daunting and unlikely. Changing the Senate rules to eliminate the filibuster requires at least 67 senators to support doing so. President Trump has already had enough, venting his frustration earlier today, catching the attention of leading Democrats.
I think the idea of the nuclear option for legislative stuff is pretty much dead.
With 52 Republicans, a change to a simple majority could allow the GOP to pass permanent tax cuts, make deep cuts in spending, and expand oil and gas exploration, an easier path to implementing their agenda. Today, Utah conservative Senator Mike Lee warned that 60-vote threshold saved Republicans during the 8 years of President Obama.
It's protected us from a march toward European-style socialism.
And so far, Senate Republican leadership has been unwilling to consider changing to a simple majority for legislation.
The American people expect us to work together. They like it when we reach bipartisan agreements.
Those bipartisan deals have been hard to come by. For many, the word compromise has become a dirty word, and there are signs patience is wearing thin. Brett?
Mike Emanuel live on the Hill. Mike, thanks.